Okay, let's see if this video takes. Is it gonna cancel out on its own? Nope, we're good. Okay. Oh my god. Excuse me, I'm a rude boy. I can't help myself. It's how I was raised. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyways, just as that last video was crapping out there, I mentioned that a couple of not weird things happened to me at work today, but you know. Oh, for fuck's sake! Fucking assholes. Okay, I'm gonna wipe these guys out. Pretty sure it's not him, any of that. Which guys are they? Probably these fucking guys right here. It's gotta be the supercar type cars, right? Piss off, you fucking loser! I mean, it's not urgent. I got lots of time to catch up with them, but I worry I'm not going to catch up at this rate. God, one little snafu with that fucking guy that got in my way, and then he spins me out, and those fucking guys. I didn't think they were that close, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I had a lot more time than that, but... The problem is, now that they're ahead of me like that, I don't think, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch them, right? I'm probably gonna have to push it and do some stupid shit, which will just make it worse, right? Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of foy. Oh, Jesus. Calm down. Oh, fuck your mother. $13.18, okay. Yeah, so anyways. Like, if you've paid attention to any of my videos over the last half a year or something, you know that it was a challenging, probably the most challenging time of my life. I had a good family friend die when she was had just turned 30, and she died of colon cancer, and that was a really challenging time. And then when my mom died a few years ago, that was also very challenging. But they were singular events, you know. And I think the hardest thing to do is watch people you love die, right? But the last half year has just been filled with so many things all happening in this period of time. Like when we went on strike back in September, didn't get back to work until mid-October, and then the last several years with my wife have been miserable, and then we finally decided to separate, and so I had, you know, selling stuff in the house, packing up the house, dealing with a lawyer on the separation agreement, moving, you know, everything. On strike at the same time. And then I also had all these little health things keep coming up, like a few rounds of shit with my ears, and then recently all the things that were going on with my bowels. Like, it has just been a shit show. And then, of course, not only were we on strike and our employer treated us like shit, when I went back to my building, which is a whole kind of separate animal from the main company, they've always treated us like shit, even before strike. When we got back to work, they had ransacked our break room, stolen our fridge, taken our microwave away, basically just come up with some strike payback, which our union grieved. We weren't going to let them get away with that shit without at least, causing them some headaches, right? And so the building I'm in is very pretentious. A lot of entitled people in there. A lot of the students are entitled. A lot of the staff, same way. There's three different types of people in that building. There's the people that are friendly, don't care if you're just a cleaner, and will always have the time for you in a conversation, a smile. Then you have the people that don't even recognize you as a human being, look straight through you like you're invisible, will never ever say a word to you because you are beneath them, right? And then you have the one that's in the middle, which are my least favorite people, because it's like they're the people that you are invisible to them 99% of the time, but the 1% of the time when they need something from you, then all of a sudden they can see you, and it's like, oh, hey, oh, could you, fuck off. Like, at least with the people that I'm invisible to 100% of the time, at least they have a way and they stick to it. You know what I mean? Whereas you're just a wishy-washy prick. So, this building is just ridiculous. And it's one of the many reasons why it's such a miserable place to work in. So this morning, but like I'm a happy person in general who's always smiling and laughing and joking, and it's just my nature. Even in a shitty situation like that, it's still my default nature, and it's very seldom where I get depressed or angry or whatever, and at least not that people see anyways. So this morning, I was up on second floor, and I had just finished visiting the IT area, which is one of the areas that I deal with. And I was just going down the hallway to deal with some garbage inserts, which I don't normally deal with, but because one of my coworkers was away today, I had to cover for him and whatever. And so as I was making my way to the inserts to empty the garbages, I passed this guy that I see around the building fairly routinely, and a PhD student. And, I gave him a smile and a wave. I was like, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And then he's, oh, great. And so then he went on his way, and I went, I was pulling the bags out of these inserts and getting rid of the garbage. And all of a sudden, I saw him walking back to me, and he came up to me. He's like, I just want to say, it's always a pleasure running into you. Like, you're always so happy and cheerful, and you always say hello, and you're smiling. And he said, in this building, most people aren't like that. Most people are like, and he made this face like, oh, like, like fucking, like idiot zombies on their phones and shit, right? And I said, oh no, that's great to hear. Like, I'm well, not great to hear that everybody else is pretty much shitty, but but like, I appreciate that. And he's like, I've got an unusual request. He's like, I'd like to send you some money. And like, how do I do that? And I was like, oh, sorry, like, I appreciate the offer, like, thank you very much, but you don't need to do that. You're a PhD student here. You're already paying way too much money to go to school here. Like, just worry about that. Like, I'm fine. Thank you very much for the, recognizing that and the thought. And I said, just knowing that you feel that way is, that's enough for me, sort of thing, right? And he's like, oh, you sure? And he's like, yep, we're good. And so he's like, can I send somebody an email just to say, I was like, hey, you can send anything you want, go for it, The facilities there, people that hate us so much will hate to see that email come through, right? So that was the first kind of unusual thing that happened today. And the second one was, you know, I'm used to being invisible to so many people around that place, but I'm very used to being invisible to women in general, just because, you know, I'm not rich, I'm not good looking, I don't have a fucking 9-inch hammer, you know what I mean? So, like, I have nothing to offer women these days, because usually they want stuff, right? Like, love is the last thing that really is a requirement anymore. So there's this girl, again, like, the guy I was covering for today, he had been away on a trip for the last 5 weeks and just got back earlier this week. And so, while he was off for those 5 weeks, I was covering his bathrooms, which are up in the staff and faculty areas on the upper floors. And on second floor, I'd walk in and there's a little cubicle pod right inside the door when you go into the faculty wing, and there's this, you know, young looking staff member, this super cute, super skinny, tiny little girl. And I would run into her every so often, and, you know, we'd have a quick chat, you know, hey, how's it going? Yeah, good, whatever. And I was starting to see her more and more and stuff, and, like, she's super nice and super cute. It was just kind of a pleasure to see people like that, right? And then when I was vacuuming and mopping my big staircase today, like, I saw her, she was coming up, and she was like, oh, hey, how's it going? She's like, you know what, I've never introduced myself to you. You know, my name's Kirsten, and, you know, I told her my name, and she was like, yeah, I thought I better introduce myself to you, because, you know, I see you around so much, and I'm sure I'll probably keep seeing you, whatever. And it was just so nice, you know, like, especially, like, a young, very attractive female to, like, even give me even an afterthought, you know, like, was kind of nice, right? After, you know, just being so invisible to the female race for so long, right? Even to my own wife for so many years, right? Who wanted nothing to do with me, really. So that was kind of nice. So it was a shitty day just in terms of how busy the building was, but it was nice in those couple of instances, right? To, you know, to have a couple people kind of, you know, have good conversations with me and kind of appreciate me, sort of thing, right? That was kind of nice. Because we don't get that at all where we work. We get zero appreciation. We don't get recognized for fucking anything. And because of it, morale has suffered, performance has suffered, you know. It's bad. It's a bad situation, but the company doesn't really seem to be that concerned about it, so it's just going to keep on happening. So it's so strange. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I keep telling everybody, like, I wish I had written down everything that had happened to us since I started this job, in this particular building anyways, because it would be a very entertaining document for people to read through. Like, they did what? And then what? Oh my god, these people are allowed to, like, have employees? They shouldn't have any people to be in charge of any people. Like, good god, I hope they're not parents, right? It's crazy. It's so nuts. It's at the point now where if you couldn't just sit back and laugh about it, you would literally go insane because it's so fucking awful and crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that's all you can do now is just laugh about it and just be like, yeah, whatever, fuck off. When you deal with such shitty people on a daily basis, and it never changes, they just keep getting away with the bullying, the harassing, you know. It's just you can't, what do you do, right? Like, and I like how these people in these upper management positions are basically allowed to bully, harass people that are under them. But the moment you stand up to them and say something back and, like, stick up for yourself, you get taken aside and be like, oh, that's not professional, you can't do that. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, then they can't do that. You know? I thought this whole, like, bullying thing, like anti-bullying thing, was like, shouldn't that work always? You know? Oh no, that's right. You're a super important managerial position who gets a ridiculous salary for doing fuck all. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys need to be protected and be allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. You know, fuck off. It's so stupid. I just, the only thing that comforts me is I do believe in karma. And I just hope that all these people that I experience in my daily life that are like this, I just hope that one day karma just shows up en masse for all of them and just obliterates them in their fucking lives. You know what I'm talking about? Like, just... And it's like, yeah, you deserved it. Because you're a fucking asshole, right? But the people that have caused us so much grief in my building, like, we just ignore them now. Like, we just don't pay them any attention. If they walk by in the hallway, don't even look at them. You know, if they call on the phone because they need something, don't answer it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you've had your fun. You've created this situation, and now you have to live with the consequences. We don't need you. We don't need you to do a goddamn fucking thing. You know? You guys need us to clean the building. We don't need your nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, if they got rid of us right now, this place would be a shithole in 3 hours. If they got rid of you, the place would run better instantly. Like, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's how bad it is. Like, these people are that awful, that stupid, and full of that bad of ideas. You know, that literally they could all fucking be gone, and the place would run 100% better instantly. Like, it's a weird existence, this whole thing. It's crazy. Do you have the same? Oh, it was my teammate. Oh, okay. Ross Drinkwater. What a fucking name. What? Well, there we go. The first of the endurance races complete. Oh. All I do is Okay, so that is the end of today's... This has got... Okay, so we got 5 races left at 30 minutes each, so... This is going to take us 3 more sessions to get through this endurance one, but it'll be worth it, especially if we can get a podium finish. But anyways, hope you enjoyed all my ranting and the racing.